This is Steve from Boxing UK, and we're joined by a local lad, Troy Williamson. How you doing, mate?
Not too bad, Steve. Yourself?
I'm all right. It's good to catch up after so long.
Yeah, it's been a while, hasn't
it? Right, we'll just start straight away. Saturday, kept your belts, mate, but if we're being honest, there's a lot of people giving you a little bit of flack online. What's your reaction to that?
It goes, to be honest with you, it goes through one ear and out the other.
Good man.
I'm not denying it was a close fight. I agree, it was a close fight. I think I had myself up maybe 1 or 2 rounds. And that's obviously what the judges had. I know a lot of people have got the same. They've said a 1 round. One of my very close friends, who's one of my ex-boxing coaches, he had it a draw. So obviously nobody's blowing smoke up my ass. Nobody's saying, "Oh, you won easy" and things like that. And that's exactly how I won it. Obviously, I want to be told the truth. And I thought the scorecards, obviously, one judge had me 3 rounds up, one had me 2, one had me 1. Like, there's not much. It's not like it's a landslide where one had me 6. So you can't argue with it. It was a close fight. But obviously, I got the win, and that's all that matters. I'm still a champion. I'm still unbeaten. That's what. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Did he surprise you, Troy? Because obviously, the last time we saw Harry Scarff was against Anthony Fowler, and putting it politely, he boxed on the back foot a little bit. So, did he surprise you at the weekend? How much he came forward at you?
To be honest, we knew that he was horrible. To be honest, obviously, we knew like what he'd bring, but. Was I surprised? Not really. I think not really. He did box completely different against Fowler. Like, obviously, that's the main fight I was watching a lot of.
Aye.
To be fair. But yeah, he came in and he had a go. Obviously, no disrespect to him, but I think that the worst version of me beat the best version of him on the night.
That was the next question, Troy. If you were to give yourself a mark out of 10 on that performance, if 10 was what you're capable of, what would you give yourself?
Probably a 5, like bang average. Like, obviously I didn't make. Obviously, there's no excuse on my side whether I won, lost, draw, whatever. But throughout the full week, I had an injured neck. Like it's still bad now. It feels like I've got it's like a vertebrae touching me nerve.
Aye.
Physio, like, was it the last week of training? I was in physio and massage 7 times in 1 week. So it's like every day, sometimes twice a day. So like fight week, all I was thinking about was my neck. My mind wasn't fully on the job, but obviously we got there, we got the job done. But obviously that's no excuses from the way I performed. But like I said, obviously I got the win. That's all that matters, isn't it?
Absolutely, mate.
Like you said, it wasn't a robbery. People are shouting robbery and. They're just delusional. That's just obviously his fans and his dad on Twitter.
I was going to ask you about Robbery, Troy, because it's one of our hobby horses. If you've got a fight that have got a load of close rounds and there's a couple of points either way, it can never, ever be a robbery.
It can't, well, like you said, it was unanimous. One judge had me 1 round up. You can agree with that. One had me 2 rounds up. You can agree with that. One had me 3 rounds up. That's what some people obviously aren't agreeing on, but like you say, what's the difference between 2 rounds and 3 rounds? You know what I mean? Obviously, I think it all depends on what you were watching.
Aye.
You could see it was trying to box, and you could see he was just trying to make things awkward. You know, that's exactly what he was trying to do. He was trying to make things awkward. He was tying. He was hitting on the break, things like that. But it doesn't matter. We move on to bigger and better things now. It was a great learning for me. Massive.
I was going to say, moving on and all the rest of it, but they were screaming for a rematch almost from the post-fight interview. Now that you've had a few days, is that something you're going to entertain, Troy, or if you got bigger and better things?
It's all down to my team. Like, I'll fight anybody. It doesn't bother who they put in front of me. I'll box anybody, and I know that was the worst version of me, and that was the best version of him. People can take what they want from that fight. Hopefully, it brings people in and wants to fight now, because I know that wasn't me, and people who I've sparred with, who have been mentioned to fight, they know that wasn't me. So people can take what they want from that, obviously, and styles make fights, and our style just it didn't gel together well. Just one of them, really.
Did they,
So obviously, I'm looking at. Obviously, I want to move up the rankings. I want to be boxing people who were in front of me. So whether it was a close fight or not, boxing them it's a backward step for me now because I want to be up there. I want the British title. I want other titles. I want to like get up in the IBF rankings and possibly box for a world title in the next, I don't know, next 2 years, hopefully.
that'll be good for the region, mate, because Savannah hopefully in October, but we haven't had too many world champions up here, mate. I think Stewie Hall was the last one from our neck of the woods.
We had two, haven't we? Glenn McQuarrie and Stewie Hall.
Aye.
So hopefully Savannah. And then Tommy Ward, Lewis Ritson, Josh Kelly, there's me, Mafosa. There's plenty of us, obviously, and I don't think the North East gets enough recognition. But there's some serious talent up here.
There is, mate. And the McCormacks to come.
Yeah, the McCormacks. You've got obviously Callum French, Cyrus Patterson, they're all from Berkeley. Then there's loads. There's too many to name, to be honest with you. But
we'll get the word out there, mate. Don't worry. Did the studio affect you, Troy? Not name dropping here, but when we were talking to Eddie Hearn, he was saying the fight camp, and it's almost replicating the fighting atmosphere, is better than a studio show because it's absolutely flat. Would you agree with that? And did it affect you in any way?
It was quite like a lot of people asking me if I was weight trained. I don't know. It was just, to be honest, it was a bad performance. Like that was it. Really, it was just a bad performance from me, and a very good performance from him. No, I don't think it affected me as such. Nah, not really. It was quite, like you say, it was completely different. Like,
aye.
Walking out to the ring, there's nobody shouting you. Just, I don't know, it was weird. Even the music playing as you were walking out was just, it's like you were just like playing the music in the gym. It was like having a spa. Obviously, a very, very large spa.
Could you hear the commentators?
Nah, I couldn't hear the commentators, but I could hear his coach. You could hear him breathing. You could hear, couldn't hear no commentators there. I didn't know where they were.
Moving ahead, Troy, if you're
going to... What did you think of the fight? Yeah.
But it was a pick-em. It was what you like. I think, if I'm being really honest, if Scarff had won it by a round or two, you couldn't call it a robbery that way. But just my scorecard, I'll give you it by 2, mate.
But I've said that's like the professional side of me. If he got it by 1 or 2, you wouldn't see me shouting it was a robbery or like the way some of them are going on. I've got his dad tweeting me every single day. The man needs to grow up. I think he's lost sleep over it. Like, he's tweeting me from 6 o'clock in the morning until the minute I go to bed. Like, get on with it. Do you know what I mean? It's mental. To be fair, it's quite funny, to be fair, because it's unprofessional, isn't it? Obviously, I just like if they're going to go on that, I'll just wind them up.
I saw Clifton Mitchell wasn't very happy in the post-fight interview as well.
Yeah,
he was giving a bit of beef out.
Yeah, it is what it is. Everyone has close fights. You can't start shouting robbery all the time.
No, it wasn't a robbery. I don't think it would have been a robbery if Scarff had got it either. It was just so close.
Definitely not.
We'll probably get the abuse you're getting now, mate. Thanks.
All publicity is good publicity.
Well, I will take that one then. Yeah. Moving ahead, Troy, if you're going to go for titles, it's going to be the Matchroom lot, isn't it? It's going to be the Fowlers, the Cheesemans, the Eggingtons.
They're the only ones that seem that like they want to fight to like obviously they're fighting each other. So obviously all Matchroom stables are fighting each other. Where Warren stables, they're not obviously. I don't know why, but they don't seem that they want to fight. So hopefully that the little post that Warren put out with Matchroom v Warren, hopefully it can happen. One day, because there's some absolutely massive fights to be made.
There is. I was going to say your name wasn't on that, Troy. I don't think, was it? But there's 3 or 4 that would be an absolute barnstormer with you there.
Oh yeah, 1,000,000%. Like all Matchroom super welterweights. Like they said, all be great fights. There's Fowler, Cheeseman, Fitzgerald, Kieran Conway. Four big massive names. I think four that are above me in the rankings. So obviously they're the fights I want. Obviously I respect them all. They're all great fighters, and they will make very good fights if they do happen.
Have you got a preference, Troy? Would it be a rematch with Fowler or?
Yeah, obviously I'd like that fight. A lot of people would like that fight as well because a lot of people mention it. We've sparred plenty of rounds. Obviously, we once were rivals, obviously in the AVAs, and we're friends in the pros. But if we do box, you put that friendship to one side, and you get the job done. But yeah, it would be a war while it lasted.
It would, like.
Yeah.
Final question. I don't want to put you on the spot, Troy, but what do you think your next fight will be? Do you think it'll be Scarff or?
Yeah, nothing's been announced yet. If it was, I'd have told you. I'm having a well-deserved rest now. I've been at it since February, so hopefully it's something within next few weeks or a month or so, and then hopefully back end of October, November. Hopefully I'll be back out. I will be back out before Christmas. I just don't know what date.
Good man. Congratulations at the weekend, Troy. You've still got those belts, mate, and that's all that matters, I guess.
Yeah, they'll be staying with me for a long time. That's for sure.
And if you're coming up to Peatley, I'll shout you a Costa.
Anytime, mate. I love Costa. Travelled further, I think.
Good man. Troy Williamson, you're a star.
Cheers, Steve. Speak to you in a bit, mate.
Take care, mate.
Bye.